All right, so as of right now, we're going.
Okay. We are live. With nobody here yet, I'm sure, because they don't even know it's a thing. But
I think I barely know the thing. Why is that the thumbnail?
I mean, it's okay.
How do I get to the? I think it's this.
Yes.
That's where I want it to be.
Excellent connection. Wow.
That's a first. Okay, let's send this out.
Oh, you got. Yeah, we already said we got a like on that one.
Yeah. Welcome in to the first ever Orlando City MLS safe space.
It's out there.
Yeah, I gotta get it out on Instagram and let all the people know. Okay, that's what I needed to do.
Welcome in. If you're in here, how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that it looks like there's 2 people in here that'll pop in our chat. Hopefully.
If you don't, you're a bum. Just know that.
Are we liking the new sound? I think we're loving it here in the studio. Hopefully,
It is very good for us personally. Hopefully that gets us to be able to get a better product out to you guys, which in turn, you should chat. You were literally here for you to rant.
I'm actually gonna go in Discord and let them know. Sirs.
That's why I hit copy and delete. What's up?
The Mayo Goat. Love that name.
With a name like that, you gotta have someone to be mad about, right? Or happy about, whoever your MLS team is. I think most MLS teams make people mad, though, to be fair. So. Oh, see. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So as of right now, I think we're decently happy, right?
I mean, I don't think there's a whole. I mean, it depends on how you feel about the potential renaming.
Oh, dear Lord.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty good offseason for us, in my opinion.
Facundo re-signed. That's all I had.
Yeah, Facundo re-signed. We've gotten Nico Lodero incoming. We've gotten Ricardo Morea turning down all these jobs and still staying
nice
here. So hopefully,
that 2-week break hurt us a lot. Oh yeah, we haven't really gone live at all since the end of. Well, dear Lord, when was the last time we went live?
What's going on?
What's up, pilot? A 2-week break was it in the playoffs or was it right before?
It was
playoffs.
Right before the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely did kill all the momentum.
Oh, Davis says he doesn't understand why people are so upset with the name change.
So for me, I'm not upset per se. I think it's just more a little like tone deaf. I think somebody else put it very well.
That's a good way to put it.
It's just kind of being like, obviously, I think it's a little different because the way people are looking at it is like they're coming in here and renaming the stadium Drive Pink Stadium, you know, and that's not exactly what's happening. You know, Inter Miami didn't create the term Inter, but I do understand where the frustrations lie because I do feel it is a little tone deaf in my opinion.
Yeah, you can't really semi-name your stadium after your main rival, per se. I just don't think that's a great look. What tone deaf is really, I guess, the best way to put it.
Uh-huh. All right. Sorry. All the notifications are sent out. We are in here with you all now.
I haven't put out the StreamYard link.
Well, we'll go ahead, put that out there on Instagram, and then we'll put it in here. So the goal with this is we're going to put a link in the chat, and you guys can go ahead and hop in on that link and join us through the audio.
See if it works.
Hopefully it'll work. We're testing this out for the first time. We've got this new soundboard that we've got right here that we're kind of figuring out all the things that we can do with it.
How do you pin a comment? Anyone know? Oh, well, this little heart's blocking someone. Owen, go to you're at school tomorrow.
What's up, Owen? Stop hating, dog.
Why can't I? How do I pin a comment?
I think.
Can I not pin our own comment? Because it gives the 3 bars for not ours, but then here, no bar. Owen, type something again. Someone type something so my chat, so I'm able to try to pin a comment. Whoever does it gets. I'll Venmo you 69 cents.
David, fair. The money was probably pretty good. I do agree with that. You know, obviously the money that helps them to reinvest it back in the club. Hopefully that's there.
Oh, nice. All right. Mayo Goat, give me a second. Is Oviedo High School soccer good? That's a very specific question. Yes, they are actually good this year. Oh, this year. Why can't anybody know how to pin a comment?
Go up to the top. Popular chat, maybe.
Pop out chat.
Pop out chat, yeah.
That just makes it another window.
Well,
can someone copy that link, put it in chat, and then I will pin it there because it won't let me pin our own comments. Oh, you left. Oh, wait, I don't even have to have this open because this still gives the chat.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Nice.
That's awesome. See, we learn every day.
Owen's just a jackass.
What is this? All right, so this is kind of just our space for you. We've been talking about it for a while. Just kind of doing this where you come in here and just kind of rant, talk. You guys drive the direction of the show. Whatever you feel like talking about is here, and then we kind of want to open it up to people from around the league. We know that a lot of potentially other teams don't have anything like this, you know. So just kind of coming in here ranting. Miami fans are banned though. We've kind of decided that.
No talk about them.
No, you mentioned Messi equals a year ban.
I opened this up. With the first time I opened this up, and it gave me a little notification, and it was talking about you can change the length of your timeouts, and it said it can range anywhere from like 10 minutes to 24 hours. So I think we still had ours at 24 hours. That one time I timed out Shaw.
Nice.
And he just couldn't talk.
What about Atlanta fans? I forgot they existed, to be honest with you. So that tells you how relevant they are. But yeah, they're not allowed either. All right, so the link should be live. Go ahead and copy that into your browser. Join, whether you're on your phone. Obviously, you need some type of audio input for us to be able to hear you. But go ahead and try it out, and then we'll have you join in here.
Does anyone mind just copying the link, putting it back in chat so that I can pin it? Because I just need to be able to pin it so people can see the link so it doesn't disappear once it gets high enough.
Tom Vogler, you've ruined my day. Shout out Kevin Show.
It's a lot of. It was more work for you to type that than it was to copy and paste a link.
Hey.
So this is just a DJ set now.
I'm doing absolutely nothing for it, so not
That's
really
fair,
a DJ. Say, give me a sec.
How long does it take?
Oh man. How's everybody else doing that's in the chat? Anybody in here?
All 92 of you, because we definitely get that many people.
You know, we did at one point in time.
The one Charlotte Open Cup game that just banged for no reason. Oh, the man is here.
Let's go ahead and see how this works.
It might be not great.
There it is. David, how we doing?
What's happening, guys?
How's it going?
Hey.
Doing good, doing good. I was actually just surfing through YouTube, so you guys were live. So happy to see some Orlando City talk at this time of the night and so early in the preseason. Like everybody else, a little disappointed what's going on, a little excited. As of right now, not this weekend, following weekend, we get to see the boys again at not Exploria anymore. Inter and Company Stadium, I guess.
Yeah, potentially so.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited about that because in all the years, this is gonna be our 10th season in MLS. If you add the 4 from USL, we never had a postseason that was this short.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at it, we were at the stadium right before Thanksgiving, and now we are, just about to see the boys again in less than 8 weeks. So to me, it's exciting to get back to watch the team. I miss going to the stadium, seeing friendly faces, and letting this 11 men on the pitch dictate how we're gonna feel the rest of the week.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I feel like for us all the time. That's depending on this, and like Orlando City and the Premier Leagues dictate my mood for the entire year. Like it depends on how the season goes.
Yeah, man. I'm ready for Orlando to be back. My overseas teams have been roller coaster ride so far, and man, I'm just ready. I'm just ready for live football, man. I'm excited. I know that a lot of people are sort of upset at what's happening in Miami, where it seems like rules don't apply to them. They keep signing up everybody and their mother.
Literally,
but, yeah, for sure. But I'm very confident that we're gonna have a competitive team this year. The situation with Petrasso, nice guy, but I just don't see us getting what we need from him, and it works out for him. His brother plays 6th division in England. His team just sent my beloved Stevenage home on the FA Cup, huge cups, pitch invasion type. I'm really pissed off about that, but that's football.
he plays for Maidstone.
That's what happened. So, but and the other thing is, we still have that open DP spot.
Yeah.
And I believe, like I was talking to a friend the other day. The fact of the matter is that some of the greatest players that this team has ever seen, nobody has ever known about them until they got here and took the pitch for us. On our show, we created a video of all the number 10s that we've had since 2011 till now, and I created that video, and it was fun to see some familiar faces that most people probably don't know, like John Rooney, who was our number 10 in 2012. And Adama Mbenge, a guy that went to the World Cup and
great.
had a great career in France, that almost went to MLS with us, but the numbers did not match. Jordani Alvarez,
Right.
a club legend that unfortunately a lot of people don't know he exists, and so forth. And of course, the disgraced Josue Colman.
Yes.
So while I was doing that, man, it just dawned on me how many happy memories we had over the years, and you guys been able to save some of them for posterity. Behind the mic, I have told you guys before that the impact of what you guys do after the games is not gonna be felt until we're watching those videos 10 years into the future.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, and for me, seeing my kids at that point are gonna be grown men,
Hmm.
looking back, seeing them as preteens and teenagers talking about their club,
Hmm.
that's gonna be wonderful. But hey, guys, I'm gonna cut it short to give other people the opportunity. It's your show. I don't want to take it over. But thank you for what you guys do. And I'll make it public. I always tell these guys how much I appreciate them for what they do.
We
And
appreciate you.
yeah, brother, absolutely. And let's go support these guys after the games on Central, by the north side of the stadium. Let's go support them by showing up and saying what we feel like, because sometimes it's great to let it all out, celebrate our highs, and cry over each other's shoulders on our lows. Oscar Pareja has been given a huge responsibility this year,
Hmm.
and it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to come through. And I have said it publicly, and you guys know, I while I respect Oscar the person, um, the human being that he is, because he's an incredible person. The two opportunities that I had to talk to him, I felt that it was time to move on. The club disagreed with that. Oscar's gonna be our manager. I'm gonna support him 1,000%, because rooting against him is like wishing the pilot of your airplane crashed. And let's just go support the boys. I'm gonna be there for the for the preseason games, and also on opening day, as I have this past seasons. And remember, guys, football is cruel and unpredictable, so we don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm ready to find out.
Classic quote from you right there.
Yeah, brother.
Football is cruel and unpredictable.
All right.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Keep doing the Lord's work. And as always, I enjoy your content, and hopefully more people are going to join you. Uh, from podcaster to podcasters, next time, let people know on time. That way we can start creating a community here. And, I'm telling you right now, it's with these lives, it's difficult to create the consistency, because you now people have to create time to see you live,
Hmm.
but it's possible. And quick thing, don't lose your temper on live broadcast, because I know a person that wishes he could take some things back. So thank you, guys,
Thank
both
you.
zags. Thank you very much, and talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Yeah. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
man.
All right, brother. Vamos Orlando.
Vamos. Well, thank you, David, for joining us, giving us some thoughts. As Zach just put the link back out then in the chat, yeah?
It's just not showing up. I don't know why. It shows for me.
Well, I see up there above Owens. So we have a StreamYard link in there. Go ahead and click on that link if you want to hop in here and talk to us, kind of drive the direction of the show. This is about you. This is your feelings, your thoughts. I saw a couple chats come through there. Most annoying fan base in the MLS. Well, quite a lot of fan bases would say it's us.
And I couldn't even get mad at him for that, to be honest.
I call it passion.
Passion and Twitter fingers. Then
I put right behind that though. Nashville likes to chirp.
Nashville
chirp,
does
chirp,
like
chirp.
to chirp. I don't know.
That's becoming its own little rivalry there, Orlando and Nashville.
And it's a natural one that has been kind of created by the fans. It's chippy on the pitch, and then we get it. I mean, some people get chippy on Twitter.
Yeah, Miami is annoying, but it's honestly just Messi fans at this point. So I can't
Yep.
even say Miami. 100%. Yeah, Mitchell, that's the truth. Going back and at 40, looking at the good old times that we used to have.
Can someone pretty please copy the link and put it in the chat? Because I need to pin it, and it won't let me pin it. I even put it in there myself. Owen, you should join, but first, put the link in the chat. I did. Maybe it just doesn't show links? I think that's it. Can you look up how to pin your own tweet? How to?
Yeah.
If someone knows, then I did too. All right, so then I don't know. Maybe it like blocks creators from being able to see tweets. I'm sorry for hashing that out with y'all, but I don't know why we can't see it and why I can't pin my own tweet.
Yeah, like David said, though, we will plan these out more in the future. We do appreciate you guys for hopping in here. Because it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. We kind of just talked about it, and we were like, you know what, this is something that we want to do. So let's go ahead and just get it started, get a base here, and let's see how it goes.
I try to copy and it doesn't let me. Send me the link as a DM. I got Twitter open. Where do you want me to send it to you? Interesting. It might be coming from the OCFTV account then. Let's copy. Put it on the Discord. Discord's fair.
All you see is a waiting page.
On what?
YouTube.
So that's what I was trying to figure out. All right, I just put it in the Discord chat, the StreamYard thing.
Never mind, found it.
What?
Edgar.
Oh, I know. I think there's two of them.
Yeah, we'll have to get that sorted out too.
So it shows upcoming, and then it shows one that there's live. Does anybody else see two possible streams for us? Because I was trying to figure this out, and I don't want to stop the wrong one. Oh no, so it's the upcoming one. It's got to be.
Yep.
If we go bye-bye, we go bye-bye. I think we should be fine, though.
I think we're still there.
All right, we are still in here. I put the link in the Discord, Owen. Can we get Gab? I don't want to say that wrong. I can't lie. You're the Italian man.
Gabagool.
There you go. I don't know what that's about, but there you go.
Yeah, so there should be... Is the link in the chat not working?
It should be working.
I mean, it worked fine for David.
Yeah.
So. So yeah, if you're just hopping in here, there is a link in the chat to a StreamYard. Go ahead and hop in there if you want to hop on the show. Speak your mind, say your 2 cents, whatever it is. That is what we're here for. It's what we do here in Orlando. If you're from outside of Orlando, we'd love to have...
It works.
It works.
I wonder if I chat something else, I wonder if it just doesn't let you pin links.
That might be...
Hi.
Hey, shout out Edgar for the...
I messaged the IG pod account. I was posting chat may bring in. Yeah. Let me just say greetings from Los Angeles. Oh, what's up, Edgar? How's it going, bud? No, I still can't pin my own comment. MLS fame. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome in Bryant. English is tough. I'm trying to figure out how we can't pin our own comment. If you scroll up in the chat, actually, you might not be able to see it because you just joined. So, I might just have to
just go ahead and
firm it, and then, boom. That is our StreamYard link.
If you want to hop, yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to hop in there, join the show. This is about you guys. It's about you guys to air out your grievances. You're happy, whatever you're happy about.
We've already seen one MLS rant today that went for 30 minutes. So
Shout out Kevin Show. Poor guy is in shambles. In
English
shambles.
is just tough, isn't it? You won't be on camera if you're worried about that. We're just simplifying it and just doing your guys' audio if you do join.
So to any of our LA people that are in here right now, how are you guys feeling about your offseason? I see Galaxy making some moves.
Some very decent moves of that. Kevin's rant is worth a listen. That is very true.
Yeah.
David, I'm trying to figure out how to get that to you. So if I go into the chat, we went from wondering WTF was going on, talking about Chef Kuntz's cooking, the slow cooker.
Yeah. That is for sure.
Oh, you really can't. You can only wait. I should be able to do this and then this.
You guys have definitely been cooking, man. Like, I'm surprised, to be honest, because, again, it's like you said, you're sitting there wondering what's going on, and then out of nowhere, it seems like all this quality is coming in.
Your club in and of itself has had a massive turnaround. You went from what Chris Klein? Was it Chris Klein? I might be getting that name wrong. White dude, kind of brown, grayish, black hair. In the front office, I believe, and he was just all over the place, not doing anything right for you guys, and everybody wanted him out.
Signed Dybala to Orlando.
If he could play a full 90 minutes and not get hurt.
If we could do it, it'd be great. We just can't. We can't.
No.
There's too many roster restrictions.
We went from chaos and anger from the Boyd going to Nashville to being very optimistic about next season. That's fair. And that's good for you guys. Doesn't really bother us at all. Literally on opposite coasts. Galaxy do well. LAFC goes down. Orlando does well. We're all happy.
Hey. We're here for it.
Chris Klein was fired last season, and today another front office bum, Johan Kirovsky, was fired.
Hey, Glass House.
I did get the name right.
How you guys doing?
Hello from Chicago, and congrats on Torres' extension. Looking forward to all his highlights versus the Fire. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, Shaqiri nailed one of our fans.
Yeah, Chicago was down in Orlando. Shaqiri, was it during the game or was it warm-up?
No, it was during the game.
And one of our supporters group leaders, someone that everybody just kind of loves, got drilled in that head with a shot because she was looking somewhere else in the stands. And
she was holding off the line for like the supporters group entrance. Yeah.
And she was out for about 3 weeks. She came back, her first game back after that, she said she was still feeling sick because she had a concussion, and it was bad.
So that shows you that man still got a rocket, even at 94 years old.
Off-target rocket. So I keep it on frame. Should have seen me shooting after the practice today. I hit the post like 3 times in a row. We're not going to talk about that, though.
Owen says we can't.
Owen just shows MLS kisses Miami's butts. Oh, not Owen shows that. I understood.
Yeah. So it honestly just comes down to, as in our particular situation, we've got 3 U22s, we've got 2 DPs, and the final DP spot has to be used in a young DP or a restricted DP. It's just roster rules. The more I sit here and think about it, as much as it bothers me, I really just think that Miami is pulling a Todd Bowley, as I said to you guys, and just exploiting every single loophole that there is to make as many signings as they can.
It very well could be.
And if that's the case, then it's just shame on everybody else's ownership for not stepping up and doing that. But if they're doing something wrong, then they're doing something wrong. But
What is Miami's breakdown of roster rules?
that's great. I couldn't tell you. I don't care enough to look into it.
They're just cheating.
Yeah, it just comes down to how they've allocated their players and how their international spots are and what they've acquired. They could have acquired like 18 international spots throughout the years through trades and stuff like that we just have no idea about. So
Glass House, you're not wrong. Miami has to be thinking that even if they are breaking rules, it's worth it.
absolutely, any fines that'll come from the league will be peanuts in comparison to the money that they'll have made from this whole Messi and Suarez and all that kind of stuff. Drop the link in there again.
Someone's got to join. The point is for you guys to talk. This is fan TV, not too dumbass TV. Well,
I mean, it is sometimes.
yeah. Miami went from getting sanctioned for stumbling over MLS rules to having this is too fancy for me. Carte blanche, to do whatever they want.
Yeah, it just hopefully it comes out that they're just doing something wrong. Oh, and I don't got anything to say.
Oh, and you never have anything to say, bud.
But for future reference, we're gonna try to make this hopefully a weekly, maybe bi-weekly thing.
It may be two of us. It may be one of us. Maybe all of us.
Maybe four of us. Yeah.
What is your realistic expectations for this upcoming season? You, sir, have to wait for that podcast episode to come out. Just kidding, because you're here, you get it early.
I feel like a realistic expectation for us this year shouldn't it be exactly what we just did?
Yeah, but shouldn't you want it? You want to expect more.
That's what I'm saying. I expect us to win the East.
And we very well could have or should have. Well, in the end of it, we didn't deserve to because of how we played.
At the beginning of the season, yeah.
But it was lined up for us to go and take the East. Miami is a one-year roadshow, and the pain of the single-entity league is up to every club to beat them and stop them. That is the goal of every team.
Mm-hmm.
It's to beat Miami.
It's their Super Bowl, a lot of these teams, when you play them.
Yeah.
Hence them moving into stadiums and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. When they go, when Fort Lauderdale goes to SKC, they're playing in Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I find that crazy.
I mean, I understand it because it's going to still sell out. You know what I mean?
It will, and it'll make them a lot of money. But you have, in previous years, and it still very well could be, what is one of the best soccer-specific stadiums, from what I've heard, in the world.
Mm.
Not in the world, in the U.S.
In the United States, yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, I get it, but I understand. Like I said, I understand why they're doing it. Because, like David said, it's not going to be. You think he stays after this year for another year?
Isn't he through 2025? Doesn't he go through 2025?
But he could just be like, I'm done.
He could, and then he gets a full payout, and I was going to say he's set for the rest of life, but
he's already set. He don't need that
he's
payout.
Been set.
Glasshouse, how are you guys feeling about your upcoming season? SKC returning to. I was trying to read that bottom comment.
SKC returning to SKC for that Miami match is like Galaxy returning to their original home, the Rose Bowl.
Mm.
Yeah. Just pin the comment.
It's just not going to work, bud, so you got to stop.
The league having Miami play Orlando on a Wednesday. What a huge FU to the fans of Miami and Orlando. Yeah.
Yep. Do we expect anything less at this point, though?
No, we just get absolutely trashed by this league. Yeah, we got what you meant, Edgar. You're good. Meant to say SKC returning to Arrowhead. Yeah.
What do we think about the name change? We kind of talked about that a little bit at the beginning.
It's something.
It's something. It's tone deaf, I think, is the best way for it to be put. But it could be very good financially for the club.
Mm-hmm.
So we put that go or the change.org thing out there.
Yeah. See how many people thought the same thing? We got a F apostrophe D by MLS on a daily basis. That's also very true.
Life of an MLS fan, just in general. It's not even just Orlando at this point.
The teams of the MLS get F apostrophe D by the MLS constantly.
What you guys thinking about the music in the background?
Glass House is in here.
Hey.
Uno segundo. I think we're good, right? Music back down.
Go ahead.
What's up, Nick?
Going on, guys?
Hey.
How's it going?
Great to see your faces. Great to hear the music. Great to talk a little MLS.
Yeah, that's what the goal of this is. Hopefully, we said make it a weekly thing. Try to get people in here from not just Orlando fans, people like you, just around the league, talking some footy.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys asked, what are our thoughts on Chicago Fire season coming up?
Mm-hmm.
And the fan base is divided. It is, oh my gosh, we're finally going to make the playoffs. We're going to make a run. We can push for top 6. We're going to get that DP striker. To, we're not going to make the playoffs again. We have the same front office. We have the same head coach. They don't know how to get a deal done for a big name. So it's running the gamut right now in Chicago. So if they make the playoffs, color me happy.
So to you, is Shaqiri not a big name that was brought in?
I mean, he was a big name, but he hasn't had big performances.
He hasn't performed like a big name.
He's not the kind of guy who's elevated the team, to be honest. And there's rumors of kind of a divided locker room between him and Kai Kamara, and that kind of split things. But it is what it is. And even if you have a divided locker room, a guy with that much talent should be doing more on the field. So again, if the Fire can make the playoffs this year, that would make me happy. Shaqiri's definitely going to have to be one of the performers on the field for them to do it. But, you got a good team in Orlando who just brings back their big DP, picks up this great striker in the draft last year. You guys are just going to be keeping us down.
I feel like that honestly does go to a big credit to like the brain trust that we have in our front office. Muzi and Ricardo Morea, those guys have honestly been game changers for us here. We kind of had the same issues, I feel like, as years in the past with prior front offices and stuff like that, where the talent ID really wasn't there. You're not signing the best players. Yeah, maybe, like you said, you get a Shaqiri to come in, but you're not getting the impact that you're expecting from a player like that. You guys have anything in the pipeline that you're looking at? Any positives?
So they the ownership of the Fire, Joe Mansueto, billionaire investor, Morningstar Investments, all that stuff. He actually owns FC Lugano over in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So they're bringing over a right back from Switzerland, and they've been scouting those kind of middle tier leagues in Europe. So we're getting a couple of defenders and potentially a new center back. Not officially announced, but it is rumored to be coming through. So they're building their back line as I think is the best way they can do it. Just finding those kind of hidden gems from some of the mid-tier European leagues, and then hopefully they can make a splash. But I don't know if I'm a DP. I don't want to come play in Chicago right now. I don't want to be coached by Frank Lopez. I don't want to have to deal with Shaqiri. I wouldn't come here if I was a big name. So we'll see what they end up doing.
Yeah, depends on how much money you can shell out.
Exactly, and they've already got Shaqiri on the books for $8 million. So when he came over, he was the highest paid player in the league. So not getting production. But let me ask you guys this, since we mentioned kind of like how you guys went through your front office woes, how Chicago kind of re-upped their slowly improving front office. We mentioned Cavino's rant about who Kansas City hired. Like,
Mm.
are there no new candidates out there? Like, why do they keep hiring the same front office guys, same coaches?
Uh, You'd think that there would be a handful of guys that are in like lower spots over in like Europe or South America that are looking for that next step up that we could go and get, because that's exactly what the MLS does with players from South America. They're young, looking for that next step up. So I don't see why the same thing can't happen with people in the front office. Um, but I mean, that's my thought on it, which because I don't understand. It's the same thing.
Yeah, there's got to definitely be plenty of good candidates out there for those options. I mean, we even just saw Alex Leitao going back to Brazil, a former front office player person here in Orlando.
Classic front office
Yeah,
player.
classic front office player. But going back to Brazil to manage over there, it's just
Yeah, and I gotta hope that the growth and expansion of USL and all these other leagues will give more people opportunities to develop as executives, managers, front office people, as much as it's allowing coaches and players to develop. At least
Yep.
that's the hope.
All right, I'm gonna end our segment with your thoughts on the Open Cup. We got it in the chat. Everything that had happened previously, we're looking at it now with maybe it can't happen legally. What is your 2 cents on it?
Well, as a Chicago Fire fan, like I was so upset to hear that the league did not want to send their first teams. The Fire, 4-time Open Cup champs, it's a big part of their history. So that really hurt. But as an individual, as just a fan of the game, like I understand why the league wouldn't want to do it. And as long as it's part of a bigger plan, I'm not gonna hate it. Like I'm not the one shelling out big bucks here. You know, I'll buy my tickets to a handful of games, but that's
Mm-hmm.
about it. So if the league got a plan, I guess I'll trust it. And maybe that's not the most popular take.
Yeah, one that I don't think we've heard before, but fair enough kind of take, right?
I see your perspective. I definitely get it.
I had my overreaction on my podcast a few weeks back, so I've come back down to earth since. But guys, thanks for the opportunity to catch up and talk, man. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
Have a good one. All right, let's get our next lad in here. Edgar from LA. That's what we're going with.
What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect. How's it going?
Man, it's going okay. A lot of people here are losing their minds because it's starting to get cold over here. That means it's dipping into the 50s and 40s.
Yeah, we feel you that. I think we hit like 43 today, and definitely saw a whole bunch of people out there with 2 jackets on and the boots, the whole nine.
Well, if anybody doesn't know, my name is Edgar. I'm from News Across the Galaxy, and the fellas here from Orlando City Fan TV, we're all part of like a group of podcasters that all converse on Twitter, and it's wonderful to me. I'm really happy to have this kind of forum because I think that for too long MLS has been this kind of tribal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I come across an MLS fan anywhere else, I get excited. Except for LAFC, right? But I always get excited, like, hey, what's up, man? How are you? It's like we're like these rare creatures, and we come across it, in the wild, and you're like, hey.
Definitely.
But being able to build, this camaraderie, it's a beautiful thing because I feel like MLS is a family, and we should, you know, stick together and look out for each other and support each other and celebrate each other and pick up each other whenever somebody gets down. But that said, I know you guys were gonna wanted to talk about certain subjects. So go ahead, shoot any Galaxy stuff or any MLS stuff you guys want to talk about. Let me know, and I'll make it quick and sweet.
So the one Galaxy thing that I had on the top of my head was the rumor. I forget his first name. Over from Europe, Paintsil. I believe he's a winger, and you guys have been linked with him, rumored to him. When we first saw that he was rumored with an MLS club, as Orlando fans, we just got excited. Like, maybe this could complement Facundo Torres, Martino Hayda, Duncan Maguire very well. But now that it's come out that it is the Galaxy, have you seen anything on him? What are you thinking? Do you like it?
Um, you're talking about Joseph Paintsil.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember correct pronounce his name. This is one of those things that it comes out of the ether. It came out of the blue because in the past, LA Galaxy would always go and search for some big name that people kind of felt was gonna happen, just so they could sell some shirts, maybe some aging star, or somebody that the front office had talked about. But with Klein being kicked out, and then we heard today that Jovan Karowski's out, um, all of a sudden there's like this fresh energy surrounding Will Kuntz, our new general manager, right? There's this fresh energy inside the front office that they're trying to make moves that they haven't done before, and they're trying, instead of having a plan A, right? That, well, we're gonna put all our eggs in this one basket, and this guy, if it doesn't work, damn, we're screwed. Now we find out that they have a plan B and a plan C, and so they're moving on from one thing to another. So they already have Gabriel Beck, which we talked about. We talked about yesterday on our podcast, and we had heard rumors about Gabriel. I mean about Sosa, and that didn't happen. And now we hear about Josef Heinze. There's a certain excitement because we feel that it's one of those rumors that isn't just silly season stuff. It's one of those rumors that, hey, this has, like I said earlier, this has legs.
Mhm.
This could go somewhere, and he's gonna participate in AFCON with Ghana. And if he has a pretty good tournament, then for him to come and transition into MLS would be fantastic. I think Galaxy is in a situation where they're trying to spend as much as they can right now, and there's a lot of excitement. We went, like I posted earlier in the YouTube chat, we went from like this this miserable feeling of like, oh my God, we just lost Tyler Boyd to Nashville. That was our best player last season, and everybody loves him. To all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? They got something going right here, and let's see where it goes. Uh, if Galaxy is able to land this guy, oh my goodness, this would be the first time I think Galaxy would have a potent offense since the 2014 era when we had Keane and Donovan and
The good old
all those
days.
guys. I'm sorry, yeah, Beckham was gone at that point, but that's the last time I remember thinking, man, Galaxy has a potent offense, and puts all teams on their heels. And since then, it's been an erosion of that to the point where like Galaxy's kind of become like an afterthought. They're playing second fiddle to LAFC, and I think it's time for Galaxy to come back and at least within our own city roar back and say, hey, look, we haven't gone anywhere, and in fact, we're gonna come back and take the title back of who's the top dog in this city, and maybe go from there.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you said, since 2014, it's kind of been maybe an erosion of that, what you guys were. But for me, at least, I don't know about for Zach. I feel like Galaxy's always been one of those teams that's like a sleeping giant. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like one piece away, it's one step off of being fantastic every year. It's one of those things. And this signing could be that signing that awakens that giant, like you said, and it's roar back to life in your city.
Yeah, it's I mean, I feel a sense of excitement myself. I remember it's such a stark contrast to a year ago where uh, we had just heard that Chris Klein had re-upped for for the foreseeable future. Fans were very upset, especially with all the sanctions that had come down. We already knew that Galaxy was going to be saddled with not being able to make any transfers during the summer window, on top of being fined $1 million, and then on top of that, a player that we thought was going to be returning for the next season, and Samuel Grancier, he ended up staying in France. So one thing after another, after another, after another. And I remember telling my friends, and even saying on our pod, it's like, this is the most, I'm not, this is the first time I remember not being optimistic or excited about the upcoming season. Usually I'm excited about going to the stadium, seeing my friends, just being there, enjoying the sport. And I remember telling people I really have a very like deep sense of just like negativity about the season. I feel like it doesn't feel right. Something just doesn't feel right. And uh, like the contrast from last season to now, there's like a renewed sense of optimism, and you're gonna hear a lot of fans saying that there's a lot of optimism in these here parts. I mean, granted, come spring, everybody is optimistic, right? Everybody's like for like at least the first couple of weeks, are like, yeah, we could take this, we could do this. But on our side, there hasn't been this kind of optimism in a while. So it's kind of like it's finally gonna rain in the desert. Let's see some flowers bloom, baby.
Yeah, the optimism feeling is always the best bit of the off season. The season ends, no matter how it ended. That's always obviously I feel the worst part of the season. So then you're coming back and you get those transfer rumors. You see uh, well, transfers come in realistically, and then you go from there. You have your expectations at the highest at the beginning of the season, and then sometimes reality sets in, or sometimes your expectations were lower than what actually happens. So hopefully for you guys, those expectations will be met, and then even more
Yeah, exceeded.
with yeah exceeded. I guess that's the best way to put it.
One of the things that every team or fans can tell you off the top of their head is what their identity of their club is, right? If I were to ask you guys, how would you define Orlando City? I'm sure you guys could come up, with a few words or maybe a sentence or two to be like, this is what defines our club. This is the identity of our club. For the thing for the LA Galaxy is that for a long time, it's there hasn't really been a set identity. This team is like rebuild and rebuild and rebuild every year. And for a while, they kind of had an identity in the middle of the season last season, but it didn't last very long. And at the end, it kind of crumbled to a lot of injuries. I mean, you can only have so many injuries before you fall apart. And so now it's an opportunity to build something and redefine yourself. Um, that said, I want to shift the question to you guys because there's been so much attention on everything that Inter Miami is doing in the state of Florida, and I mean across MLS. And I know the impact that Orlando City had, not just on the state of Florida, as far as football is concerned, soccer, but MLS. I mean, Orlando City has been a great addition to the league. But now here comes Miami, right? Which they had a club before, right? Miami Fusion, and it didn't work out. And all of a sudden, here they come into Miami, playing in the little rinky-dink, stadium. But they got Messi, and they got Suarez, and they got Busquets, right? So, how do you guys feel about this? Seeing this happening right down the road, and do you feel that your fans are kind of like on their heels a bit?
I don't think we're up for the challenge. I wouldn't say that we're on our heels. I will say that they possibly will make Man City's 115 FFP breaches look like nothing when it comes out that they broke like 600 of them. Um, so there's the possibility of that if they're doing everything legally, fair play. But we've also already seen them break the rules when Matuidi was a fourth DP, an extra DP, I believe he was, and then the league
Yeah.
was just like, meh, it's fine, whatever. Um, so if we got to deal with them cheating and then still only having a Mickey Mouse League Cup trophy at the end of it, then I think really every other team in the league won and they just shot themselves in the foot.
Are we all in agreement then that we prefer? By the way, this is changing the conversation a little, but you mentioned, a Mickey Mouse trophy, right? Are we all in agreement that we put more validation, more weight for the U.S. Open Cup than the Leagues Cup?
Absolutely. I mean, the Leagues Cup was just a glorified friendly just a year ago. They made this tournament an actual winnable tournament. So, I absolutely the oldest history and the oldest trophy in the United States. Like, it's got to be
Yeah.
worth something.
Oh, absolutely. Um, but anyway, if you guys have any more questions, if not, I'm gonna just go into the background, let you guys continue on with your show.
Um, I think I learned more about the galaxy than I've ever really read on with you just in here for these 10 minutes. So I don't really have anything much more Galaxy-wise, unless you do.
No, I just appreciate you taking the time to come on, talk with us. Really means a lot. Like you said, it's been important to us. We've always liked to have other podcasts join us and do episodes with other teams when we're going up to face them. So it's always been important to kind of build this culture, like you're saying. So it's really cool to see this happen and be a part of it.
Definitely. I've been covering MLS since 1997 myself. I used to have an all access press pass when I was still in college. I was very fortunate that the guy who was the assistant uh, oh my God, press manager, his sister knew my writing at our local university. And so she was like, "Oh, yeah, I know this guy. He is a writer." And I got an opportunity to cover the LA Galaxy and US soccer back, when I was in college, which is fantastic. But the thing is that uh, to find MLS coverage, at a grassroots level back then was almost non-existent.
Oh, yeah.
I
Mhm.
mean, I would put out like a little magazine here and there for our supporters, one of our supporters groups, the Galaxians, but it would just stay in house, right, with the Galaxians, and maybe a fan would pick it up here and there, but that was about it. You really didn't really have a podcast or anything like this, and to see what we have now with you guys and the Orlando Lions Den pod and all the other pods, the fantastic pods, by the way. You guys put so much work into it, and the end result is beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful work. You guys need to take a moment to appreciate what you've done and to celebrate what you've done, because there's a lot of people that listen to you guys because you're the source, right? And this is information that comes from the heart, from the fans, and it's not, from some corporate office somewhere where it has been filtered. No, 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 this is straight raw, and this is how you guys feel. And what you guys are doing is amazing work. I always tell people, because I'm a career journalist myself, I always tell people, you guys are writing the history for this league that people years from now are going to look back and relate to their sons and daughters and explain, this is how it was, this is how it is. And we have these people to thank for this. So you guys are journalists, always remember that, take pride in that, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I just wanted to let you guys know that. And thank you so much for this forum and for contributing to our league. So I'm out. Have
Hey,
a good night.
thank you. Have a good night as well.
Appreciate what you do too.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. My son's in the oh, Owen. Owen, isn't it past your bedtime, dog?
Way to bring it back to that was so nice, and it was formal, and it was good, and possibly the most, I guess, formal thing that we've ever done. And then there's Owen, man.
Then Owen bringing us right back. Some of the comments that we missed.
Oh,
It is way past my bedtime.
yeah.
Leagues Cup causes the issues the MLS claims. The Open Cup created the schedule. I'm trying to read this.
Leagues Cup causes the issues MLS claims the Open Cup created. Schedule congestion would be fixed a bit if we had that month to schedule MLS games.
Absolutely. I think I saw a meme out there at one point. It was somebody riding on a bike, and it was like MLS, and then it's like they pull out a stick, and it's like, oh, we have too much roster congestion, and they stick this. Yeah, they stick the stick in a bike, and it's like creates League Cup, and it's like you do it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, there's really no need for the competition. You don't see the Premier League going out and making a competition against the Scottish League.
The Premier League didn't try to do it. The Spanish teams tried to do it, and they called it the Super League, and that got shut down like that. So
Realistically, the Leagues Cup is technically the North American Super League. Teams in Canada aren't up to the level. Teams in Puerto Rico, Panama aren't up to the same level that the U.S. and Mexico has. So in all reality, it is the North American Super League, and I've never even thought about it that way.
yeah, and you saw how long the Super League lasted over there.
But here we are.
Here we are giving Messi the trophy.
I was now that makes me hate it even more. I never never thought of it that way.
Oh, son, it's just greed in football. It's just how it goes. The sport is gone. But we still love it, and we appreciate everybody being in here. How much longer do you think we got?
What are we at?
15?
I was gonna go 10:30.
All right. So we got another 15 minutes that we can stay in this current studio right now. Anything that you guys want to say, go ahead and check. Yeah. You want to hop in the StreamYard? Go ahead. Hop in there if you got anything to say.
If the League's Cup had a Club World Cup bid, I can see MLS trying to treat CCP, John CONCACAF Champions Cup, like Open Cup.
Yeah, because I'm sure CONCACAF doesn't make them as much as their own.
But that I would like the trophy levels of what you want to win for an MLS club should go MLS Open Cup, MLS Champions Cup, Open Cup, and then Leagues Cup.
No.
You think Open Cup before Champions Cup?
No. I think Champions Cup should be your top priority. That should your international competition should be the most prestigious trophy there is to win.
So I was thinking about it from the vision of just not being in that competition. So yes,
no,
correct.
Yeah, Champions Cup should be the number one, and then truthfully, in my opinion, it should be the Supporters Shield is the more prestigious. Chelsea sucks. Yes. Oh, this lad gets on.
No, if this is Owen, he's getting shot right back off.
Nope. Let's let it on.
You're just muted.
Muted, my friend. You're just
gonna talk shit. Talk shit. There you go.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what happened with that 1-0 in the League's Cup?
Can you even name the team that we lost to?
Nope. No idea.
All that matters is that you lost.
All that matters is that we're still in the competition, unlike someone.
Got bigger fish to fry.
Aren't you like 9th in the Prem right now?
Maybe 10th.
Oh, how's the Champions League going? Oh, wait.
Oh, this is. I know who this is. Oh, it took me a second. What an absolute bump! Don't you gotta? No, I can't dox you like that. Never mind.
Well, we appreciate
you
coming.
I come on here and say I think that like we have Araujo and Cartagena as good, solid midfielders, and then we have Dagger Dan Thoralson, who is a midfielder, but he's playing right back. And I feel like Araujo has good games, but we need someone else who can play we need a new right back, and then have Dagger Dan Thoralson as a rotation. For midfielder, we need a new rotation midfield because I don't think we can rely on Araujo all the time. Like he's gonna get red cards, he's gonna get injured.
And
that's just
the depth is never a bad thing to have. With the right back though, Dagger Dan could just be our right back. I don't have a problem with him playing there and being our starter as of right now. Unless we see a massive decline, then we would have to go get someone in the summer window.
Yeah, but he can make those assists to Duncan and Torres.
He can still do that from the right back spot. Our right back ends up, both our fullbacks realistically end up getting up pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Rafael Sanchez had a good amount of crosses last year. Dagger Dan sometimes just inverts into the midfield, so he can still end up getting those assists per se.
Yeah, that's all I really had to say. To be honest, I couldn't think of anything else. I just want to let you know that Chelsea's ass.
Well, we appreciate you coming on and saying that. It's always good to humble this man over here. Remind him of
I
the
don't
levels.
need humble. I am 6 feet under.
Remind him
European
of his levels.
Sorry, do you have
all
2
right.
Champions Leagues?
Thank you. We appreciate you coming on. We will see you on the next one. Make sure that you come in here and level this guy again.
No, there's just no need.
I'll be there. Same name.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting take about Dagger Dan being the midfield depth. Personally, I agree with you. I think that he was probably one of the better right backs in the league, to be honest with you, once he got comfortable there. So I'll be interested, to, like we said on our pod, to see how we do this Lodero, Cartagena, Facundo, Ojeda, Araujo thing. See who ends up playing where, how we rotate.
All right. Why do I get bantered in an MLS space?
Well, it's probably because you wear a Chelsea windbreaker into the wall.
It's the closest thing I have to all black. Actually, no, that's the
Uh,
closest thing I have to all black.
Say that's closer than your neon Chelsea badge.
It's pretty small, kind of like your club.
Ah. Ah.
Oh, so funny.
Anybody else got anything that they want to add? Say, hop on the StreamYard. Now's your chance.
Probably go through. Well, we'll probably talk to one more person, and then we're gonna have to head out. We appreciate you being here in the inaugural, first ever. Trying to think of one more
Debut.
MLS safe space. Not a safe space for me, apparently.
Of course, Owen. Good night.
Piss off, Owen.
Make sure you get up on time for school tomorrow.
I hope you go late. I hope you show up. And not even first, second period late.
That's just unfortunate. He probably wasn't even in here to hear you
I
say that.
Don't care. There's got to be at least one of you that wants to hop on. Come on. Someone.
Little vibes going.
I get Duncan this morning, so frick off. I get Dunk. You mean Dunk? By the way, the OG Buccaneer slaps. Thank you, Edgar. Someone appreciates fine art.
I mean, it definitely is solid.
A throwback. I like that. We've went back to, you remember like the font in the Jameis Winston days on our jerseys?
Mm-hmm.
It was a weird angular design. We've now gone back to like the just kind of normal NFL lettering. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but it's so much better. It looks just so much cleaner. NFC Central. Throwback to those days that I was
Definitely
Definitely.
alive for.
Yep.
Oh, man. Let's see. Anybody else? Now's your shot.
going 10th. No, I'm not going to count down from 10.
This better drop. Let's see what we got going on here. This build-up has been ridiculous.
See, this is where the fan TV part comes in. Again, fan, not us. It's someone. Even if you do just want to banter Arsenal because of how shite they are, that's fine. You can join.
You're really trying. You see, the Chelsea hate just comes naturally. You don't have to try for that. It's always going to be a Chelsea hater out there.
You know who everyone hates, though?
Yeah.
Spuds.
But what do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
Well, Fulham fan, and all I feel right now is pain.
Oh, you blew it yesterday to Liverpool, didn't you?
Props. I know that feeling twice in 3 weeks. Pain. You see, that's the thing, too, about being an Arsenal fan is, like, all I've ever known is pain. So there's nothing you could say that's going to ever hurt. Man, I was really optimistic for this to drop, and it's just still
It's
going. We got Buddy over here playing on the synths. Let's add some more drums now.
no, it's just waiting for someone to join. And then when someone joins,
It's just going to go ham.
yes, correct. Honestly, don't even care if you've already joined. We can talk about the Prem. We can talk about the NFC Central. Except I know jack shit.
Yeah.
The NFC Central.
Well, I'm thinking we should probably wrap it up.
give it till 10:24.
Okay. 10:24.
23 seconds to make a decision. And we're just going to wait another 4 minutes for this drop.
At this point, this may be a new song, and we just don't even know it.
It very well could be.
Let's see. Yeah, if it hasn't dropped already, it's not going to because there's only 45 seconds left in the song.
What a song.
Optimism out the window.
There we go. We got a good question to end it off. What do you guys want from your new kit for 2024?
Ooh. We want, I think I know what you want too.
I do know what I want.
We would like a homage to our USL days with a red kit.
So Edgar says it's going to be a white/light colored kit, right? I think it'll probably be mainly white, but then have
Accents of red and
yeah.
stuff like that in it. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be our away kit. So it'll be really cool. We're hearing rumblings. We've heard some rumors that that's potentially what this next kit's going to be. So no, we did not get a third kit. Sorry. Just saw that last one.
Jumping to Glasshouse Soccer's comment, former Everton fan went neutral after they lost to Luton.
Can't blame you. You know, that's a club that you have to be a different type of person to just ride through all that pain that they've got going on right
Somehow survived the last 2 years.
Yeah, your boy Fat Frank came through for him.
He was trying his best to keep Chelsea afloat when he was at the helm for Everton. Everton beat Chelsea 2-0 earlier this season, so I can't even and we almost blew it to Luton. We were up 3-0, and they scored 2 in 7 minutes at the end. So I can't talk about either of those teams. Is this where we end it?
I think this is where we end it. We appreciate everybody for their time. Thank you to everybody that did come on. Special thanks to Glasshouse, Edgar, for coming in from outside of the Orlando City fan base, the fandom. Yeah, keep a lookout on this every week. There's going to be something, like you said, maybe 4 of us, maybe 1 of us. We'll find out as it goes, but we're going to keep trying to do this more. Thank you, Edgar. We appreciate it. Good night, everybody. If you like what you heard here, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button on this. Go ahead and share it out to your friends the next time we go live. We appreciate everybody. Have a good night.
Oh, I gotta let it drop. Wait, we're coming back. Wait, and then we get through it. All right, bye.